We're going to the park.
Hey guys, how are you? My name's Jenna. We are, unbelievably enough, in March, and I could basically be wearing a tank top because it is absolutely gorgeous here in New York City. We are walking towards Central Park. If you've been to New York, that is the mecca of all parks. It's the most valuable piece of real estate, like in the history of mankind. Nobody builds there. I should set up shop. And it's an absolutely gorgeous day. So I look like this because we're walking by a fire department. Oh, Lance wants me to tell you we're walking by a fire department. Bravely serving New York City for 150 years, obviously. So I wanted you to jump on board with this show, just sort of smack in the middle of my day. So I got up this morning. I dealt with a bunch of kiddie stuff, which is 5 a.m. This happens, that happens. I don't know what happens until 9:30, and then I jump.
Says good morning.
Hey, good morning. How you doing? Then I took a gym class, and I just worked out. There's this great class in New York City called the Fitting Room, and it's a combination of sort of weightlifting and cardio and high-intensity training and all of it. And I took the class this morning with my very best friend in the world, Marnie, who is going to join us momentarily, my best friend since high school. So if there is but a detail in my life that I may be fuzzy on, she knows it. She's like I draw a picture and she could fill in the color. Everyone should have somebody like that in their life. Just somebody, a diary, if you will.
And we're going to turn it around and you're going to hold it.
I am.
I don't know.
All right, here we go. Sorry. Hey guys. So yes, there you go. I just basically got out of class. I still have my backpack on, like a 5-year-old, and we're gonna start walking towards Central Park. So I'm going to talk and walk and think and avoid traffic and avoid getting run over, and try to sound witty in some way. So people are joining us, and I'm super happy that you are. I want to know what's on your mind, what you guys are talking about. We are no more clear towards figuring out what's going to happen with this election than we were exactly a week ago today, right? We still have no idea. We had Super Saturday came and went. Maybe Ted Cruz is a little closer, but I still, if you put a gun to me, I couldn't tell you what was going to happen or where or whether this convention is being contested or anything. I think we're all still a little murky about what's happening. Equally as entertained, still entertained by the whole thing. Can't get enough of politics, and I'm not even political, and yet all I want to do is watch because it reminds me of the soap opera I used to watch when I was in 8th grade, 9th grade. I don't know, Santa Barbara? Yeah, that's nothing to brag about. We'll just jump past that. But that's basically what politics has become. Anyway, so, God, it's so beautiful out. I can't stand how pretty it is outside. Last week, I mean, I was like bundled up. I had 2 pair of gloves on. This week, I'm wearing like a bathing suit. Am I wearing pants? Yeah. I think once you have 2 kids, every day you need to check whether you are or are not wearing pants at any given moment. It's just one of those things where I'm trying to sort of keep it all together. But I just saw an ad for the U.S. Open, which makes me think about Maria Sharapova for a split second. And I will just give you my opinion because my friend Lance is a big fan, as am I.
Have some water.
Have some water? Oh yeah, look at that. This, right now she still has this endorsement. I don't know how long that's going to last. I know that Nike dropped her. Was it Nike that dropped her? 2 endorsers she lost 2 endorsements. But I will say you 2 things. One, as soon as she found out, unlike tons of men, she came right out in front of it and said...
Do you think that's a men's and women's thing?
I don't know if it's a men and women thing. I will, however, tell you men and women handle it differently. Not that there have been that many women who have tested positive or even been accused of potentially having had some sort of substance. It's mostly men. But she jumped right out in front, right, hopped on a podium and said, I've been taking this heart medication for years, and they changed whatever was on the banned substance list, and now all of a sudden, you know, I don't know. So she said that. What my thinking is when it comes to stuff like this, I mean, how many of us are actually taking medicine, first of all, or something that we've been taking for 10, 15 years? If you're a professional athlete and you know how strict they are with these tests, you need to have your team know your team, as in your manager, agent, your handler, whoever it is, every single thing that goes into your body, and that is on you and them to make sure that nothing on there conflicts with whatever's on a banned substance list, right? Like, what do I take now? I take nothing. I take a Flintstones vitamin every day because my kid does. I mean, are you taking anything?
Me?
No. Are you taking anything, Marnie?
I'm not.
No, most people aren't taking things.
But
So
for
if
those who are.
but my point is, for those who are, every single, first of all, it's a bigger issue that she's had a heart problem for 10 years and she's a professional athlete. Like, how did we not know about that?
She was taking good medicine.
She was taking good medicine. I just feel like it's your responsibility to make sure, because you know how strict these things are and you know what the penalties and the punishment is as a result, that perhaps you should be a little bit more careful. For example, if I was a professional athlete, I'd like to assume that my people, my team, knows exactly what I'm taking, whatever it is, and make sure that nothing that I'm ingesting is on a banned list. Although she did come out in front of it, and for that I'm actually your Facebook or WhatsApp. Hi, beautiful, your Facebook or WhatsApp. Anyway, we're getting closer. We're on Madison. That means we have another block or two before we get to Central Park. Maybe we'll find somewhere to eat along the way. Just finished up a nice workout. I'm hungry. I like to eat within a half hour, or get some protein in me within a half hour after working out. Hi from Germany. What's going on in Germany today? So, I've come to the end of, we're going to turn this way?
If you want to eat, you want to go get food on this block, or you want to get food in the park?
I don't even know if I'm going to do either. Do you think we'll find?
There might be like a part. You want a hot dog?
No. Do I want a hot dog? I haven't eaten a hot dog since I was like 9.
Why not?
For a number of reasons. We're not going to get into them. But I'm going to bring Marnie in here in a second. What is it? What's that? The white banner. Oh, look at that! We are going to speak to my friend.
Right. I made that for you just for the show.
This is who we're going to speak to, my friend Marnie. Right here. Momentarily. Oh, you're right. There's no other food on this block. That's all right. I'll deal with it.
It's okay.
I have a quest bar.
And I will eat that. About friendship and life and getting through life every day. It's not nearly as easy as it used to be. I didn't know that life gets as busy as it does when you have kids. I just thought it was two more members of your team who have joined you, but it's not. It's 2 more members of your team that need every last ounce of your time, energy, effort, blood, sweat, and tears at every single given moment of the day. So it has made things a little tougher. But they're still the 2 best things that have ever happened to me. Stephanie's a close 3rd, and I think Marnie's a close 4th. So we'll get to all of that. We are approaching the park, so this should be good. What part of New York are you now? So we're on the Upper East Side, and we're making our way towards Central Park. And it is absolutely stunning, which means somewhere in the world, global warming is pretty much killing our planet. I'm convinced that we are sinking. That's just my thing. Every time there's like a 75-degree day in February, I'm convinced that basically there are polar bears that are like, nothing left for me to eat or sleep on or do. Been stuck in the office. Did it get nice out? Did it get nice out? It's gorgeous outside. I don't know where you work, but you need to come out and come play with us. So we are on 67th and 5th, making our way into the park. It was 75 in Omaha yesterday. I'm telling you, you ever see Ice Age? No. Hold on, I'm going to make sure that we don't get killed. There's the M1 bus. So if you're a city kid, you'll ask my daughter, Harper, what bus do you take to go to school? Most kids say the school bus. Harper says the M11. That's what she says. Should we go in here?
You want to go here or you want to go down there?
I don't know what's down there, but I see there. Is there more down here? Okay. Or we can even sit somewhere like right here. We're going to stop in a second so I can introduce you to Marnie.
That's good. There's a nice...
Vendor?
No, there's a nice like little lake.
Oh, to sit and talk? How are you guys doing? How was your week? What is everybody talking about this week? Really? All that? Do you like French fries? But isn't French in Belgium? Do I like French fries? Is that your question? You can ask me any question in the world, and your question is, do I like French fries? Of course. French fries are amazing.
What's the deal with potatoes?
What's the deal with potatoes?
Are potatoes good for you, or are they?
So, can you just look how close this bus came? Potatoes, it depends on what kind of potato. Lance wants to know if potatoes are good for you. A white potato, a baked potato. Nah, it's not great for you, but a sweet potato, at least it's more complex carbs.
Oh, so sweet potatoes are better
than a white potato, yes.
Potatoes are actually very healthy. You just can't, just higher in calories, so you can't go crazy, but they're very healthy. They have a lot of nutrients.
Sweet potatoes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And good carbs.
Yeah.
One every day.
Good carbohydrates. There's actually a lot of, and I don't think people realize this, there's a lot of really good food out there that happens to be healthy. Nothing is more boring than that, so we're not going to even...
I'm sorry for bringing it up.
Yeah, thanks for bringing it up, Lynn.
No,
yes, let me see what else. Donald Trump, our next president? I don't know. Even if he wins the nod, I don't know if he's going to beat Hillary. I'm not saying I'm for or against it. Boy, it's been, though, an unbelievably fun political season. Beyond fun. It's... Every day I get up and I tune in and I read what happened the day before or what Donald said at a rally. And I will just tell you, and I found out that there's a blog about this, and it's only because I've been following everything as closely as I have. I had my first Donald Trump dream last night. Swear to anything, I really did. And I will tell you what happened. It was really bizarre. We were walking and apparently we were dating. And I left my coat somewhere, and he was not happy about the fact that I left my coat, and I had to run back and get it, and he didn't want to wait. I don't know what else happened in the dream. It's not that exciting. As my friend Lester Holt says, no one really wants to know about someone else's dream because it's so far-fetched and crazy, but everybody likes to talk about it, so it depends on how much you like the other person. So hopefully you like me enough that you let me share that. But show of hands, has anyone else had the Donald Trump dream? Have you, Lance? It's only because he has seeped into our stream of consciousness. Are we going down here?
Let's go down here.
Where are we? Oh, we're at the zoo. Watch me fall down these steps. Why do you live in New York City? Such a... I forgot. I can't read what you said. He's in my nightmares. Yeah, he's in a lot of people's nightmares.
Do you think Hillary's dreaming about her?
Hillary isn't dreaming about Trump yet, but she will be very, very soon. Let's wait let's see what happens at the convention. See who comes out of that convention alive. We got to, let's find some place to sit down. Okay. Hillary definitely dreaming about Trump. That's weird. That's weird to think about. But I will tell you this. I mean, there are people following this that usually don't care about politics or would have any vested interest whatsoever. I'm feeling the burn. Yeah, a lot of people are. And he's fun to watch too. Everybody's been a lot of fun. Should we sit here?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to introduce you guys to, honestly, probably my favorite person in the world. I know I said that last week about Steve, but this is really my favorite person.
I should think about that. That's not...
Wait, I want to introduce you before I bring you in. So we all have that one person. I don't have any sisters. I have one younger brother, but I always wanted a sister. That's something I always wanted an older sister. It was something I could never truly have. Oh, someone's saying hello to you already. And then I lived in Haiti. I spent 15 years in Jamaica and Haiti, and then I moved to the United States. And the first person I met in the U.S. was this girl, Marnie, in high school. All right, I'm going to bring you in. Ready?
I'm ready.
So she looks a lot different. Well, we both look a lot different than we did in high school.
Hi.
So mind you, we just got out of the gym. So
yeah, we just trained.
I always wanted my... Yeah. Okay, so this is...
just to clarify something, we met in 8th grade, so that was junior high. Hi.
Everyone say hi to you.
I was not the first person
phone?
she met, because the first person she met was probably Lawrence Lansky, actually, but...
We're going to turn it around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hold on, we're going to turn it around. No one cares about me.
I know, but
Or
that's
what the real
truth.
story is.
Okay, we're going horizontal.
Fine, you don't care. Anyway, I met Jen. She was a spectacle, though, because here she came. Am I on? You're on?
Yes, and hi from
Okay.
Cooperstown.
Hi. So she came from Haiti worst wardrobe. I'm sorry, Sheila, but she's had terrible
I didn't know how to
clothes.
dress.
She did not dress. She
They
wore these
can't hear.
big
Okay.
shorts and like these big shirts, and she put her hair in a ponytail. This was the best. And she'd go twisty, twisty, twisty like this.
Let's just bottom line it.
She keep them 80. Like, she didn't have any style at all.
I'm bottom lining it for you. I had some issues. I had some issues with wardrobe. I had some issues with my colloquial English. I had some issues with
Skin.
my.
Just
I
saying.
had bad skin.
Now-
I had braces. I used to brush my curly hair with a soft bristled brush, so I had a very
Kind of an afro. Now, to be fair, I was no beauty. Not
No
either.
beauty.
No beauty at
No
all.
beauty.
Like, just
None
really a
at
big.
all. Yeah.
It was a show.
So together we were quite the spectacle. But you know what? We had each other.
And we laughed. Like, I don't know what it is. The first time we met her, like, we laugh about the
They're
dumbest
saying
things.
you're beautiful now.
Aw, thank
I
you.
am. Thank
Both of you.
you.
I think
We
it's-
have to say we've come a long way is an understatement. We've been
Yeah.
friends for 25, 30
Eighth
years.
grade, we were
so
13, and we're
And
almost
so what was
43.
the most? Yeah, she's saying both.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
So the only thing we really had, like our foundation, was certainly not beauty or looks or an enormous amount of self-confidence, but it was laughter.
Yeah,
We
we
laugh
always
about
like
everything.
my whole family, and even my husband to this day knows when I'm on the phone with Jen, because I just laugh. I laugh hard, and it's
think-
one of those things.
They know me as Jenna.
Jenna, sorry,
She calls me
I
Jen.
still go by Jen because
I changed my name in
given
high
name
school.
was Jennifer.
And what do you prefer?
I prefer Jenna. If you call me Jen, you're either Marnie or you're my parents, and I'm getting in trouble because you're calling me Jennifer. So I like Jenna.
Two questions. First of all, is there something spiritual with Central Park? And do you guys work together now?
Oh, you should ask.
So, is there something spiritual with Central Park? I think there is. It's this sort of oasis in the middle of the busiest city in the world. I mean, you walk in here and it's actually quiet, and you actually can't hear horns honking or cars screeching or buses stopping or people yelling or screaming. It's calm and it's serene. And it is literally smack in the middle of the city. So if you ever come to New York, sure, you can do your Broadway and you can do your Ground Zero and you can do all those things, but make sure you stop in Central Park at some point. It is the one piece of real estate that the city is holding dear and true. They will never build anything here. They will never sell any part of it to anyone. It just lives and breathes and grows, and that's what makes Central Park as beautiful as it is.
So you guys were discussing when you were
Little,
Big,
younger,
little.
Okay.
yeah. So anyway, let's get back to Marnie.
So, yeah, so I met Jenna and Jenna. We stayed through together. I mean, through high school. We were on teams together. We played sports together. Some funny things that Jenna used to do is Jenna was very competitive, as you can imagine. And she would get mad if people didn't play well at their sports. So she would kind of go
Okay.
off. This is a little thing, but you could see bits of her acting and her competitiveness back in 9th grade. So she would kind of go off on someone for doing something bad. She knew it was wrong. She'd go home.
I had some
She'd
issues.
write a speech.
Okay.
She wouldn't just apologize. Most normal people would just say, "I'm so sorry that I yelled at you." Not Jen. Jen would go home. She'd write a
Okay.
speech. She'd look in her dictionary, her thesauruses.
I had my word of the day calendar. I
And
used
she
a lot of my
would
word of the
incorporate this
days.
word of the day. One of them was invidious. It was invidious of me
Okay.
to either
I don't
whatever.
think they
Don't
care
even
so
remember.
much about
Anyway,
the
so she'd
exact
write this
words.
long speech. She would then memorize it. She would then
If
go
you're gonna
back
do
and
something, do
to
it, give it
school
100%.
the next day, as if she was on the
TV.
stage.
And
On
what
the
sport
stage,
was this?
volleyball.
Okay.
She was on the stage, ready, commanded everyone's attention, wouldn't do it quietly,
Give a
had
big
to do it to the
speech.
entire team. I mean, I
But
don't.
let's look at that from a soft gaze. What was I doing? I was setting myself up for the rest of my life. It's what I do now.
All I can say is
Public
looking
speaking.
at how Jenna was in high school, and then you see her today, and you're like, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. It all added up to what she is right
Where
now.
was this?
This was high school, Horace
Horace
Greeley
Greeley
in
High School.
Chappaqua, New York.
Upstate New York. Well, upstate New York, right
Well,
outside
it
New York
depends
City.
upstate. If you, my grandmother from Long Island, you called it the country,
Right.
but everybody else called it Westchester.
Lance, you look so uncomfortable.
I
Oh,
know,
you
I
want me
feel
to have the
bad.
angle that?
You could stand up. You could stand up. And
No,
just
no,
put the
no. I
phone
mean,
down.
like
wanna
have
sit
the old
next to
man.
us?
Have the old man.
His
you know?
knees are going to give
I know.
out.
Why don't
He
you
didn't even
It's
get any
okay.
Why don't you
exercise.
stand up
for
and
it.
do
No,
the
no,
bend
no.
over one?
If
I'm
your
fine.
knees are
with
going
it.
to hurt, you might as well get some exercise in there. Do
Yeah,
squats
yeah.
while you're doing it.
Yeah. That'll help.
So she kept me laughing a lot in high school.
Yeah, well, so
for
did
some
Marnie.
reason.
Right, we said I was like, you were the wind beneath my wings. Did we always used to say that?
No,
anyway,
actually, you said that to your brother at his bar mitzvah, but you could give that to me.
I did say that to Michael.
I was
at his
at
bar mitzvah.
Michael's bar mitzvah. She gets up, she sings. She doesn't even have a voice.
Nope.
The girl wanted the spotlight everywhere, every day, all the time. I mean, I laughed.
But I found a way to harness all of that energy and put it into television.
Yeah.
And into my gigs, into my jobs, right?
She did.
But you have to understand that you can't just meet someone and say, okay, now we're friends, right? You have to cultivate a friendship. You have to grow a friendship. You have to put effort and time into a friendship. And what I wanted to talk about today was the fact that this interpersonal relationship, this mano a mano, where you're actually in front of someone, it's actually a dying art, right? We don't make friends anymore. It's hard to keep friends now because we are in touch not via seeing someone in person, but with social media, right? It's all texting and social media and calling on the phone and FaceTime and Skype, and there's no pressing desire, drive, need to get in the car or to get on a plane and go sit face to face with someone. And you have to put a lot of effort into that. I mean, think about this, you guys at home. How many of you right now are sitting at home going, you know what, you're right. Like, when was the last time I saw my best friend or my best friend from high school?
Yeah.
We see them at reunions or
maybe
there
usually has to be a reason, like
reason.
somebody is sick or someone has a baby. It's hard to fit it in, and it's work, but you know what? You have to prioritize, and it's got to be up there, because when it comes down to it, you don't, a handful of people in your life is just so important to have.
Right.
And that person, that friendship that you cultivate all these years is going to come back in tenfold. You'll always have that.
We're going to take a quick break,
and come right.
and we're going to reset, and we're going to talk
And just
about some more
much more
things,
friendship.
and much more friendship, and we're going to come right back right after this.
All right.